Hello, my name is 27 and welcome back to 705 with the Wolves of Steel Super Mod. I just finished talking with Herbert. Herbert, thank you Herbert. And I've already gone and set up our boat. Basically what I've done is I've chosen the emblem, which is the Kraken emblem. Even though you probably can't see it right now. I've gone and swapped out the hydrophone along the side with the just or whatever it is, the GH version that spins, and that's basically it. I didn't change the weapon system, I didn't change the radar or radar detection, didn't change the torpedoes, didn't add any fats like last time, since they turned out to be well, only useful as normal torpedoes. We couldn't make use of their special ladder running capabilities because there's no convoys on the Atlantic coast. At least not yet. They're all either single or dual ship traffic, occasionally triple, and occasionally a dual ship with escort. There's no set convoys, really. So let's talk to Garmberg Weber. Mission orders.
Captain. Our situation.
You've already seen this, so we'll just skip over it. U-boat Blitz. I mean, we can't make it there in time. Request mission, and that's to refuel with them over there, except we probably won't be able to refuel with them over there. They'll probably have to request a refueling.
Welcome back, Heck.
Let's start the new patrol. And I will see you when this loading screen is done, and then we'll talk about the ship a little bit. Or the boat, rather. Alright, welcome on board our boat. And our boat this time, well, she doesn't have a number per se, like normal boats, because this U-boat is named after, well, the first submarine to actually score a kill of an enemy warship in combat. That would be CSS Hunley.
Coastal defenses sighted. Bearing 6-6.
Or the full name without the naval designation, H.L. Hunley. Named for namesake Horns Lawson Hunley. She was built in the early 1860s. She was built early 1863. Launched July 1863. It was acquired by the Confederate States Navy in August 1863. And that's where her history kind of begins. The Confederacy lost a total of 21 crewmen on board the Hunley in 3 sinkings during her short career. She's going to prevent her. Hunley, nearly 40 feet. She was built at Mobile, Alabama. She was shipped to Charleston by rail. She sunk on August 29th, 1863 on a test run, killing 5 members of her crew. She then sank again in October.
Smoke on the horizon. Bearing 3-1-5.
Thank you. On October 15th, 1863, killing all 8 of her second crew, including the designer himself, Horns Hunley, who was aboard at the time. Both times Hunley was raised and returned to active service. On February 17th, Hunley attacked and sank the 1,240-ton screw sloop of war.
2-7.
Thank you. USS Ostanatic. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. If editing me remembers, there will be a little thing down somewhere with the name of the ship, which had been on Union blockade duty in Charleston's outer harbor. The Hunley did not survive the attack and also sank, taking all 8 members of her third crew, and was lost. She weighed 7.5 tons, short tons, 6.8 metrics. Her propulsion was a hand-crank propeller, really really old school. She had a top speed of 4 knots on the surface, complement of 1 officer, 7 enlisted, and her armament was a single spar torpedo, which is basically a really great big old stick with a really great big old amount of explosives on the end that you just jab into the enemy and hope detonates and doesn't sink you as well. That's essentially what a spar torpedo is. So, I'll break things off here as is normal, as we are heading out of the harbor towards our patrol group area, which involves a meetup with you, if I'm remembering, U459, which sees a milk cow, even though there may be a problem with that. So, I will see you when we either meet up with U459, or if we're forced to go to a resupply ship, I'll see you there as well. Well then, we've met up with our resupply ship. It was KM Uckermark. Uckermark? I'm gonna sell it Uckermark. So let's just refit. Refit complete. We are now topped up on our gas.
Rudder 1, 2 degrees to
Let's
starboard.
avoid colliding with her. That would be rather shameful. It is a fairly starry sky tonight. Really no clouds. There is some light fog about, which made actually making contact with the ship slightly difficult. We didn't actually make contact with her until she was about 3 kilometers away, which is short for ship ranges, not so short for many other ranges.
Rudder 0
Set
degrees
the
to
rudder to
starboard.
0. And well, we'll keep going towards the Atlantic coast. Main reason we actually stopped off here is because, well, we hit the plane and then they moved it right there. So I'm not gonna go there, especially if it's a oh, we can't actually give you gas type of thing. And then I had to go for resupply because we were already closing in on 50% fuel. So by the time we got there, we could have been down to 40 or something like that. So better resupply now, and then we have a full tank of gas from here on in for a bit, and we can afford to go lower without having to slow down very slow or even start using our electric engines for propulsion. So, as is usual, I'll break things off here, and I will bring you back should we find, well, not should we, when we find something to hunt. So I'll see you then. Welcome back. We got a bit of an unknown. It's American, but I have no idea what that is. I think that's a freighter. Well, she's not a command group ship. Group command ship. Not an armed merchant. Could you be a K-12? Looks like a K-12. Got the right tip there. It does look like it has a little tiny dip right underneath there. That is looking like a K-12. I'm gonna call it a K-12. It even has the gun emplacement up there with the little tiny nook at it. I'm gonna call that a K-12. It's a nice big old freighter. So let's go and start this. What's the top for masts? I'm gonna go with the these is the top of the masts. Actually, no, that is not a K-12. Because the K-12, those are below the masts. Those are sticking above the mast. So not quite. No, because still looking for one with an angle. There we go, large steamer war supplies. Virtually identical to a K-12, but not quite a K-12. And now we actually know that her masts are a little pointy bit. So that is at basically 4. So spin this around to basically 4. Basically. You need to move out of the way. You need to be there. Now then, mass at 26.2. 26.2. 2,350. In there about. Right about there. We'll lock that in. Angle on bow is somewhere about 45. I'm willing to reckon. Well, actually probably 40 because I can just look at this. And then all important question is speed. Now we're gonna time her out and see how long it takes for her to get there. Although I will probably go and re-speed her just to be sure when we get a slightly better angle. Well, she's not moving very fast, I can tell you that right now for free. Next question becomes, how many torpedoes do we launch? And do we try to salvo again? I'm able to try to salvo again, despite not working too well last time. "45 seconds. 45, a length of 141. Just about 6 knots. There we go. We'll lock that in. Salvo.
Switching to salvo shooting. Switching
I
to salvo
want. But there's no 1 in 3. 1 in 4.
Closing tube 4.
Wird geschlossen.
Closing tube 1.
Wird geschlossen.
Closing tube 4.
Okay,
Wird geschlossen.
so
Closing tube 3.
put them all fast. That is good. Impact pistols. It's looking about 45 there. Let's put a 2-degree spread angle. And we just have to let her come on just to be a little bit sure of the angle. Oh, there she go. The color plopped in there. We'll do one last range reading. When she gets about here, let her come on. Yes, I'm using time acceleration. Alright, there we go. You can take that away. We'll take another reading, though. Right there, we'll use the back mast. That's 7, basically dead on. 7 with mass height of 26 to 1,500. That's close enough. And one bow actually seems to be fairly good. Seem to have gotten it down. Alright, so we'll fire here. Not quite 90, but you know, it's actually looking like 80, so I think we got the angle and bow correct. So, fire.
Flooding tube 1.
Wird bewässert.
Oh,
Flooding
forgot the
tube
tubes.
Wird bewässert.
Forgot to flood the tubes.
Tube 1. Los. Tube 4. Los. Closing tube 1.
Wird geschlossen.
Closing tube 4.
Wird geschlossen.
Forgot to flood the tubes. Whoopsie daisy. Good thing we managed to rectify that problem beforehand. They're running fast, so they have short range, but they're much faster to get there. And it's looking like they're going to be good. Nice good hits. And unlike last time, they're not going to lag behind massively. Because one being fast and one being slow. For some reason. Yep, that's looking basically right where...
Torpedo impact. Torpedo impact.
Oh, she was actually a Liberty cargo. And it's a good thing we didn't surface, because she's got deck guns. Right then. Well, that's a nice little touch there. Let's surface the boat.
Surface the boat.
And I'll probably even think about dropping the deck gun from this for our next patrol. Just due to the fact that a lot of the merchant ships around here have deck guns.
2 degrees down.
So come on. I should probably actually put a little bit of speed on. Just so that we can get out, so that the dive planes have a bit of authority. Help us out. There we go. Nice solid hit. So. Nice. Good first kill. I'll keep us going, and I'll bring you back. Should we,
Slow speed ahead.
Should we find anything else to hunt?
Yes.
Returning to course.
So I will see you then.